Hello there people, Weston here, back with Resident Evil 2. There wasn't much left to explore, now was there? If I do recall correctly, it was just that bottom bit, and then we should be able to reach the elevator, at which point we should be able to help Sherry. But we shall see, of course. Just to be on the safe side, have I overlooked anything? Have I missed anything? Was there anything left to pick up that I have left behind? I don't think there was. I'm fairly confident I was, as I tend to be, methodical, thorough. But if I am so thorough, so methodical, a part of that is going to be a desperate desire to make sure that I actually was methodical and thorough every step of the way, which I pretty much inevitably was, yeah. Was and have been. We'll have to confront the plant. Do I have flaming rounds? Yes, and I have them loaded. So presumably that's what I should use. It's a shadow switch, we'll push it, yes. Oh, no you won't. Not on... Yeah, they did. Look, I switched to the grenade launcher with flaming rounds. I figured, yeah, that's what's going to be the most effective on plant-based life forms. And then I hesitated because I figured, hold on, do I actually have enough range? I know some of these rounds just scatter right in front of you. And therefore work disappointingly poorly. But yes, these things are scorched to death. Can this be accessed? Is this anything? Noteworthy, no. Right, I've opened the shutters over here. Presumably I should do the same from the other side, so I don't have to worry about that angle. Otherwise what? I might possibly run the risk of saving ammo. We wouldn't want that now, would we? We go through here. Veer off to the side, this time the other side. Hold on, have I visited every... This door is open with a key card. Right, I've never been able to access this. And that way is the cold area, where you... I don't know, freeze the fuse or something. Shutter switch, we'll push the yes. Oh! And there are no such monstrosities here. Interesting. Alright. What is this console? Does it do anything of note? 2 or more staff need to be present to enter. Commencing with fingerprint verification. Will you proceed? No. Slightly see there's a panel on the left. I can't! Fingerprint verification. It's not like I'm gonna have a... What, will I have a severed finger on... In a box? I need a key card to access this. Well, therefore the only way to proceed, as far as I can tell, is to go to the same area from the other side? That sounds almost unbelievable unless you only access half the area, I guess. Whoa! Yeah, whatever. Let's ignore that and go through here. Where do we end up? Fry. We pick up a green herb. I have taken the green herb. We pick up another green herb. We take that green herb. We combine both of these and do not heal with them quite yet because we don't need to. I have a key to a box, but we'll... Oh boy. I guess we have more to explore than I had initially anticipated. Yes, that's 2 sections, 2 separate rooms. The western room and the eastern room, and then you have the room for which you need the key card. And the eastern room is a room for which you need a fingerprint. And 2 employees. And then there's the elevator, of course. All right, let's progress down the ladder, see where we end up. It's the only way at this point. A huge plant fills the room. Yes. Marvel at it, Claw. We open the door. And what to our wondering eyes should appear? Level 5. Door at the end of the corridor and door to the side. Alright. That's a liquor. I think. Come on. This is gonna take a while. But the last thing I need... So just... walk over there, round the corner, and be face to face. Well, if you wanna call what they have faces. With a liquor or something along those lines. That's the problem with these camera angles. Well, if I do want to do this, the safest way is to leave, then come back. Because as far as I understand it, that resets the positioning of the enemies. So we go through here. Then I make a run for it. What? It's not even around this corner. Okay. There's nothing of note here. Whoa! Yeah, that required a few more shots. And Claire is still fine. Can't see it. It actually ran away from me? That's incredible. Alright. There's a green herb over here. My inventory will be full. There's so many green herbs in the area. I hate the camera angles in this region. Desperately trying to gauge the distance here is so incredibly annoying. Oh, this is a door, right? Well, no. This is... There we go, yes. A solid-looking shutter blocks the passageway. Direct gateway to the underground platform? Is this where we leave? There's a disk slot. The monitor says insert a verification MO disk to open the gate. Direct access to the underground platform. Yes, and we need an MO disk. Gotta repeat this to myself so it sinks. There's plenty of healing behind me. Should I need to use it, I presumably should heal soon enough, even though she's fine. If for no other reason than to free up inventory slots. We go through this stall and arrive... Well, precisely? C2 hangar. Yeah, sorry for making her movements occasionally spastic, but... it's for pragmatic reasons. Control room! She should be able to contact Leon here. If the... I mean, if I can rely on the similarity to the remake, to an extent. A map of the lab is available here. Will you file the laboratory map? Yeah, I've taken the laboratory map. Now you call this the laboratory map, but there's only level 4 and 5 of the basement. Maybe that's all we will get to explore, I do not know. Either way, as far as level 4 is concerned, all we have at our disposal is the top part of the room with the plant, that room that requires fingerprint verification, the room that requires the key card. Yes, let's look at the set of locks, as I like to call them. What do we need in order to be able to progress? Well, for one of these rooms, we need the key card. For one of the rooms, we need fingerprint verification and possibly 2 employees. How we're gonna do that, I don't know. I don't think Sherry can necessarily help us. Fingerprint verification employee. Annette Belkin? Yes, she will have to open the path to let us escape. Okay. And over here we need an MO disk in order to open access to the east to the platform via which I presume we're gonna escape. So I have no idea about the elevator. But if I had to guess, I would say the elevator allows us to go up rather than down. Haven't tried it yet, interestingly enough. Right. And over here I can progress to a sort of a hallway that leads us to one room over there that requires a key card, I would presume, and then there's one bizarre room to the west. Huh. Oh, and we can save here, huh? Not sure what to make of this. This is an entirely separate area, I guess. Is the elevator even running, or is it only going to run in an emergency or something? Should I have tried to use it by now? I'll tell you what, the good news is that I can ditch some of the stuff I have acquired. I'm going to ditch the lighter, the extra bowgun bolts. Hold on, how many can I load? Let's reload first. I have reloaded. Ditch the extra bowgun bolts. And the grenade rounds. Let's hold on to the grenade rounds. And on top of that, let's go back, retrieve the items I've left behind in the lobby and bring them over here. I'll be back momentarily. I desperately tried to switch to this and I just couldn't. In panic! And I thought this was going to be a perfectly safe trip. Just to retrieve a couple of green herbs I would never need to use. Well, tell you what, let's use the double herb combo. Bring her back to green. And then go through here. But yes, of course they're gonna drop down and surprise me. I'm not sure if this qualifies as a safe room. I'm not sure what the covenant with the game is over here. But I presume this place is safe. I know I'm lugging around what I consider to be key items, quest items, whatever you want to call them, but I think it's still worth it on the off chance I encounter something I desperately need. Better than to have to trek all the way back to the item box in order to retrieve them. I'll make a save here, then we progress further onto what lies ahead. On level 5 of the basement, of the lab. Alright. Next up, this place. Presumably we'll have to deal with the liquors and such. Yeah, something's gonna drop down from up above. You can see the exact open spot from which it's gonna drop, right? No, it's not. Never mind. Next time around. Or maybe behind me. That's the beauty of survival horror. Nothing has to happen. They scared me once, And I will scare myself of what can happen. Wait, what is... Oh, what is this? What is this? It's a huge egg. Thank you, Claw. You know what? I don't... Oh, no. The door is opened with a key card. I see. I don't like this. Seen enough alien movies to know this is a bad sign. Oh, look, a herb, a red herb. Those are exceedingly rare these days, interestingly enough. And where do you lead, P4 laboratory doll? This is a rather small room. Yes, which leads to another room. Lockers. It's tightly locked, of course it is. The one glowing, that one's accessible, isn't it? Will you use the weapon box key? Will you take the G rounds? Yes. Will you take even more grenade rounds? Of course. Who's gonna stop me? And thus I've used up the key. How about we reload with these? Yes. Hello? Sir? I have the nade rounds loaded. This might take a while. They might be through the door or something. Right there. To the left. Sir? Please don't trouble yourself. Yeah, please don't get up. Still waiting to see if that was enough damage. I was about to say, well, that was anticlimactic. No, there's at least one more of them. Hold on. Because you could see the map, right? So there are 3 sub-rooms to this huge room, if you want to consider it that. As such, they need to get through every single sliding door before they get over here. Hello? This might take a moment. But I am a patient man. Okay, maybe not that patient. I mean, even if I get grabbed, so what? Hello. And goodbye. Hey, what's up? Not you, because you're down. Yes? Sir, would you care to shuffle this way, please? Please don't make this awkward. Right here. Don't keep a lady waiting. Right in the neck. Hello? Excuse me. I have a very sick girl who needs attention. You're not making these things easy for me. If you could just please cooperate, that would be much appreciated. Why are they twitching? Will they eventually get on up? I sincerely hope not. Okay, so you can go around this. Yes, if you desperately want to run around zombies, you presumably can. What is this place? Do we actually get a key card? Am I supposed to saw off the fingers? I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Oh, I am out of bowgun bolts. Well, that's just peachy, isn't it? I did that to myself, though. I decided I should not bring additional bits of ammo with me. Who needs that? That's a keycard, I know. I'll get to it momentarily. Hold on. A vaccine synthesis machine. The lid is open. The base vaccine must go inside. Ah. This is like the remake of Resident Evil 3. Yes, this seems familiar, but for a completely different reason. What is happening here? So did the remakes essentially tear these apart, rearrange? Oh dear. I mean, it's not like I have objections here. Various chemicals. What kind of experiments have been performed here? Medical and biological ones, I would suspect? Why, Claire? Do you have any specific questions about the methodologies used and such? Well, these just potential objections to the ethics of the entire procedure. Various chemicals, yes. What kinds of experiments? I don't know, you tell me, you're in the lab. What are these things even supposed to be? Display cases? So let me get this straight. The only useful thing over here is the keycard. So nothing on this table that's of any value to me. Nothing. No notes. No interesting documents. Nothing under the microscope. She's not here to do science. Will you take the lab keycard? I will. You've taken the lab keycard. I have. What do you say, keycard? It looks like a keycard for lab access. Yes, the lab keycard is a keycard for the lab. Thank you for that incredible observation, Claire. I'll be sure to keep it in mind further down the line. Alright, we have explored this place. Right, the safe room was the one that winds around, right? No. It's, hold on. Which of these was the safe room? How have I... oh, it's the one in the middle. Well, it's right there, I guess. Or am I mistaken? No, that's not right. The one with the ladder? No. Well, I'll just head back and find out. I need access to my item box. I'm not gonna go.
Annette!
You killed William. I'll never forgive you for that.
Wait!
I've just prepared a sample of the G-Virus. And this time, no one will take it from me. This is the most significant piece of research my husband has ever left in my hands.
Stop it! Sherry's in serious trouble. William implanted her with his embryos. There's no telling when they'll pupate. And if that happens, then Sherry won't.
What?
No.
William.
Annette, no! What the hell are you doing? I need your help!
William.
I need the item box.
You're alive.
Annette, you... I'm not prepared for a boss fight right now. I specifically... I just don't have the items to do this right now, alright? I came underprepared as it is, and I've just wasted a lot of ammo on the stupid zombies. I have basically nothing in the bowgun. What am I... Do you expect me to go to the room with the eggs? Is he gone? He is now. Annette, you moron.
William is still alive. He's getting stronger with each skin he casts off. Sherry!
Tell me what I need to know. How can I save Sherry?
I have detailed information. Everything you need to know to prepare the antidote is right here.
How did you... And why do you have that on you? Right. Okay. Instruction. I don't know what would be worse for her to have scribbled down the necessary bits of information right here on the spot as she's busy dying, or for her to have been carrying around a printed copy of all of this just in case. I don't know. Instructions for synthesis of the G virus antigen. G vaccine. Codenamed Devil, yeah. Any beings infected by the G virus will reproduce through the impregnation of an embryo with another living being. Unless rejected by the host, the embryo will undertake a process of gradual cellular invasion, infecting the host cells at a molecular level. As it rewrites the DNA at a molecular level, that's even fine. Once the metamorphosis is complete, the host will be capable of continuing the cycle of self-replication. The duration of time for the process will run... the duration of time for the process to run its course will vary from subject to subject. In the early stages of cellular invasion, it's possible to halt progression of the metamorphosis through the administration of the G vaccine antigen. The following procedure details its synthesis. The vaccine creation requires the base vaccine. This can be arranged by the activated VAM. First, set the empty cartridge to the VAM and activate it. After several moments, the process will be completed and the white-colored base vaccine will be set in the cartridge automatically. Then confirm the green light is on. Remove the cartridge and proceed to the next step. Once the base vaccine has been prepared, set it in the vaccine synthesis machine located in the P4 level experiment room. The machine is fully automated and requires the user to push the sequence start switch. At this point, the program will run. I will go through this again in a moment. Automatically, the synthesis will be complete within approximately 10 seconds. As the synthesis of the Devil is an extremely delicate process. The quality will vary with slight shocks or changes in temperature. Don't shake the vaccine. Careful handling is required for the proper results. Okay, once again, we need the base vaccine. This can be arranged by the activated VAM, whatever that is. First, set the empty cartridge to the VAM activated. After several moments, you get the thing, confirm that there's a green light. Remove the cartridge. Proceed to next step. Once you have it, set in the vaccine synthesis machine. And push the sequence start switch. Then it'll complete in 10 seconds. Then take it without shaking it, bring it to the destination, and Bob's your uncle.
Save my daughter. And tell her I'm sorry I wasn't a better mother. Tell her I love her. Sherry.
Annette!
Self-destruct sequence has been activated. Repeat, the self-destruct sequence has been activated.
I'm sorry.
The sequence may not be aborted. All employees proceed to the emergency car at the bottom platform.
I don't know. I wasn't. Damn it. Okay, fine. There's too much stuff to do. Use the key card. I'm not gonna die here during the self-destruct sequence. This is... And I have to be slow and steady, very careful when... Where's the base vaccine? What is this room? Leave me alone, moth. Ew, bugs. Yeah, whatever. I can't reach the computer. Just blast them. Will you operate the computer? Yes. Umbrella, cultural experiment, staff room, registry, accessing. Enter your username. No, wait! I remember this! Backspace! Guest! Enter. Register your fingerprint. Does this seriously work? Registration complete. Guest registration is valid for 24 hours. Done, okay. I can't remember what I used this. Fingerprint scanner. Yes. Damn it. Through here. Down the corridor. I'm not ready for any of this. And I'm supposed to patiently and carefully go there with the... Oh dear, okay, this is the safe room. Fine, we keep this, we ditch the red hub, we pick up bowgun darts, I take the ribbons. Anything else that I need? Take cartridge, yeah, I'll have to visit every damn room and I'll have to evacuate before Sherry's in danger. First of all, step one, we save right here, right now. A self-destruct sequence and for me to have to synthesize the damn vaccine on the spot right here, right now. I'm glad it was mentioned that the self-destruct sequence cannot be aborted right now. That's handy information. Otherwise, this would have been my first instinct. We are not in a position to be able to do that. All right, through. Hold on. Scanner card. All upstairs. Scanner card. Yes, we have. We have to. Well, I'll try that. We can't reach the platform quite yet. What? Leon, get out of here! Perceivable moving object, yes.
Leon,
Get out of here.
Claire, is that you? Where are you?
I can see you on the monitor.
That's
But
not
never
an
mind
answer.
that right now. Leon, you have to go back and get Sherry for me. I left her in the security office. Please, you must save her.
Wait a second. What are you gonna do? Where are you going?
Need to synthesize the
Still
vaccine.
have a few loose ends to take care of. I'm counting on you.
See, I prefer save yourself. I have stuff to take care of. I'll join you later if I manage to survive. Over. Hey, Leon, take care of. Actually, you know what? No, this isn't half bad. Yeah, Leon, we have to work together to get this done. You save Sherry. She's in whatever the hell, in the lobby registration, someplace or another. But what about this? Is this accessible? So it shutters blocking passes. Direct gateway to the... What do we require? What is this? MO disk. Send verification. I don't have that. Through here. Up the ladder. Listen, presumably I have an indefinite amount of time and it's just here to scare me. But still, let's pretend that there's a timer, alright? Yeah, something is right there. Hold on, where do I go? Where am I? I'm right here. Onwards and to the east wing. Down you go. Right, through this door, I presume. No. Yes! Any foes here? No. Through here. Oh, Leon must have arrived through the elevator, right? That would make perfect logical sense. Right, over there, near the lobby. Okay. All I have to go straight ahead. Use the key card. It's useless now. Yeah, discard it. I need the slots. Will you pick up the vaccine cartridge? Yes! Fuck off! I don't have time for this. Will you take the grenade right now? Switch to the bowgun for the zombies. This doesn't work, does it? The light switch, you push it? Yeah, sure. Let's slowly try to aim this damn thing. Okay, what are you? Which step are you supposed to take care of? Activate the van for base vaccine synthesis. The hole to insert the cartridge. Okay. The button is presumably over there. Switch to start the VAM. Synthesize the base. Ready. What do we have here? What is this? Is that severed finger? Scalpel? Ammo disc, so we can leave! Label says for cargo room verification. Yes, that's where we escaped through. Okay. The base is ready. We need to head back down. Will you take the base vaccine? Yes, you've taken the base vaccine. Vaccine cartridge processed with the activator. Okay. I need to check the files again for that vaccine synthesis entry. Which were you not supposed to shake? Can the base be shaken? Or can it not? Mission is possible, yada yada yada. VAM, after several moments, the setting cartridge automatically and confirm the green light is on. Remove the cartridge, proceed to the next step. Once the base vaccine has been prepared, set it in the vaccine synthesis machine. Okay, piece fall. The machine fully automatic runs at this point the program will run. As the synthesis is extremely delicate process, the quality will vary with slight shocks or change in temperature. Careful handling is required for proper results. I don't know whether this is important at every single step or not, but we are retrieving the base. Actually, we have retrieved the base. Well, no running from this point on. I presume this only matters once you synthesize the full thing, but I can't tell. I don't know for sure. Wrong button again. Well, okay, this room. What is... I can't access that, can I? There's no way I need to... No, hold on, I have the fingerprint authentication. I just registered as the user, which is ridiculous, but 2 or more staff need to be present. Comments with fingerprint authentication, yes. Fingerprint verified. Commencing with secondary fingerprint verification. Will you proceed? Okay. Secondary user required. I need someone else to help me with the door. We cannot access this. I don't know whether we ever will be able to access this, interestingly enough. I mean, Sherry might be registered. Sherry presumably is a registered user over here, but this still baffles me. Why would we ever go here? Ah, there are so many... Yes, so many questions I have unanswered at this particular stage. After all, I don't know which of these is the actual exit. There's this room that I should be able to access somehow. There's the elevator. I presume Leon came in through there. Then there's this room, access to the platform. That seems to be the way I presume we leave. I don't know anymore. Okay, through here. Any more monsters? Of any kind? Lickers, vegified ones, anything? No. Down the ladder. Through the door. We have not fought the plan. That doesn't sit well with me. Is it just the? Yeah, well, how exactly was I supposed to Will that affect the vaccine? I don't know. But that's the problem, you see. That is indeed the problem. How am I supposed to deal with this? You're around the corner. I mean, you could hypothetically listen and then refuse to round the corner during this self-destruct sequence. We're not leaving yet. Verification disconfirmed. If I have to redo this... and it's going to be mighty annoying. I presumably can run with the base thing. Yes, my biggest problem, of course, is desperately trying to anticipate what the game will throw at me, which, of course, I have no way of knowing. Wait, I'm done with the bowgun? I'm done with the bowgun. Well, if I'm done with the bowgun, I can always whip out my regular pistol. Also, the grenade rounds. Why not? Anything? Well, I have the submachine gun, the spark shot. There's a lot of stuff I'm lugging around that I could hypothetically use. And when am I actually going to use these things, if not now? You know what? Maybe I shouldn't use the stupid sub... Am I seriously gonna use the submachine gun on regular zombies? That's so pathetic. Yes, or alternatively, I will end up using a regular pistol during a boss fight, which is arguably even worse. Alright, anyway, I'm saving right here, right now. And obviously, we're gonna proceed with the acquisition of the vaccine, helping Sherry, and whatever else awaits us. I still have no idea whether the secondary fingerprint is gonna be useful to any extent. It should be. Am I missing out on something? Have I made a mistake? I'll find out soon enough. Alright. Through the... we synthesize the final bit of the vaccine. Then we get to Sherry, and I don't know what follows from the... oh my goodness. Will she get up? I don't know. If she gets up as a zombie, that's going to be... somewhat upsetting emotionally, I guess. But my goodness, this Annette makes basically no sense. Right, I'm here. The base has been inserted. Will you push the switch? Yes! 10 seconds. You've taken the vaccine. And it doesn't take inventory space. Okay. Now, we need to be sure we're not shunting this around. Check it. I can save Sherry with this. And you will, Claire. You will. Just... be careful now. Don't shake it. Don't let it near sources of heat. But, I mean, don't put it near sources of heat, whatever. Just slowly and carefully now. Proceed out. Well, not out. Proceed to the lobby, unless we encounter Leon. There are 3 places I have not checked. There's the elevator, the platform access, Do I save here? No, I don't. I've done basically nothing. The elevator, platform access, and that mysterious room that requires a second finger. There's obviously the possibility that you access one of these places in Leon's playthrough. Maybe Ada has a registered fingerprint. Maybe you do meet Ada, maybe you don't. I don't know. In Leon's playthrough. I mean, I have no idea what you actually go through in Leon's playthrough in the original, because I've never been through the original. This is the exit we've unlocked with the MO disc. Yes, obviously. I'm restating the obvious. But what can I do? We are slowly making our way to Sherry. There's basically nothing left to be said. I have gone through every single thing that I was supposed to do, and now I'm just executing what needs to be executed. I'm not even encountering any opposition, so there's not even that little factor to keep things interesting. Okay, we leave the west area through here. I mean, if this is what it takes, what she told Leon makes absolutely no sense. What is he supposed to do? What is he supposed to bring Sherry anyway? We don't even meet him here? Just to see. What on earth happens when you interact with this? An elevator. Pressing the button has no effect. It hasn't been used for a long time. Okay. Well, fine. Let's assume that's not how Leon got here. I don't know anymore. We go in. Now, listen, I'm pressing buttons and nothing is happening. Seriously, you press A over here and nothing. Use the vaccine, you don't need to use this right now. Okay. Well, why does she freeze? Where's Sherry? Well, if I had to guess... it would have something to do with, you know, the blaring self-destruct sequence warning, which advises people to get to the bottom platform. Yeah, I would hazard a guess that Leon has taken Sherry to the bottom platform. Now, why on earth, despite all of that, you can walk up to the bed and get this inexplicable interaction is anyone's guess. Presumably there's still an interaction coded there, but since Sherry is no longer actually there, things go wrong. But for whatever reason, it doesn't crash the game, which I appreciate on some level, I guess. But you know, you could also just account for someone coming back and trying to interact with something one cannot actually effectively interact with. Of course, this means that the entire sequence of me going back there was absolutely pointless, completely futile. I just needed to head to the platform, as I am repeatedly and insistently instructed by the voice and the intercom. But that's okay. That's okay. Even though seemingly it's obvious, it's not like the dialogue made it particularly clear that that's where I was sending Leon. It's not like she even told him where Sherry was. Biohazard. Leon, I need a finger, you know.
5 minutes until detonation.
No running. Remember, Claire, no running. If you run, you may shake the vaccine. We don't want that. And what am I supposed to do here exactly? Push a button? Fully activated, yes. This whole no running principle, I have doubts. Okay, never mind running. Well, I tried to round the corner, but I have failed. Run! Zap, 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 and down that goes. But that's not the end, is it? There's another phase? Yes. No! Well, this is horrifying. Damn it! I should have just healed. That's perfectly viable. Alright. I don't know how you are supposed to deal with this, and I have two competing theories. One of them is that perhaps... Oh, hold on. One of them is that you're supposed to avoid the beastie, and the other one is that you're supposed to shoot into the gaping maw. These don't necessarily contradict one another, but they would suggest radically different types of playthrough. Okay, down that goes. How do I deal with the second form? How do I deal with you, beastie? I presumably shoot the eye on the side, right? I don't know. Nope, it's not though. Never mind. Run. She's fine, interestingly enough. Heal, if you can. She's in caution, heal up. She's fine. Oh, fair enough. Reposition. Ow! That hurt. But you'll hurt more! Ow! Come on. Okay, one thing, when it's ready to pounce on you like that, do not stand in front of it, that's gonna hurt. That's a principle I figured out by now. But I'm running out of time. Just shoot at it until it dies. That's literally it. I've wasted a lot of ammo, but I don't care at this point. The elevator is here. Claire, no time to be sentimental about things. Do we get the third form over here? Because I'm not ready. Well, am I even? Minute 40.
Oh no!
Hurry!
Leon! Just jump onto... You'll have to hop inside, and quickly too. She did get... Yes, she did get on. Leon, you deal with... Well, there's nothing to deal with, actually. The vaccine, though. Come on. Save her.
Sherry's unconscious.
I have the antidote. If I give it to her.
Claire, what's happening?
Not now. Come on, Sherry, wake up. Wake up. Please wake up. Claire? Where am I?
It worked!
Oh, Sherry. You're gonna be okay. Thanks, Claire.
Oh, by the...
No. I have to find my brother.
You're right. This is just the beginning.
Wow, this guy is easy to convince.
My God has protected you. It will always be with you. Claire. Sherry.
By the way, your mother said she loved you and she apologized for... You know what, never mind. Let's not ruin the moment. Don't ask too many questions. Like, you know, questions about the laboratory back there exploding and the implications on your family life. Never you mind. Really? That was it? That was the end? That was all of it? Then again, the moment the self-destruct sequence began blaring out, I figured that was probably going to be it. It would make perfect logical sense to wrap things up like that, the way things usually are wrapped up. Yes, and that final boss fight was the final boss fight. I was so preoccupied with the idea of delivering the vaccine to Sherry that I failed to take that into consideration. But yes, apparently that was it. That was all of it. That was Resident Evil 2, the original, at the very least, close playthrough. And her perspective on things. But of course, what is left is Scenario B. And the perspective of Leon Kennedy, which is slightly different. I presume. Ada Wong! Well, that spoils things, doesn't it? That's how we get the second fingerprint. And that's why there is that separate room that presumably you get to visit as Leon and Ada, in order, presumably, to retrieve the actual virus. But that is a story for another time. Quite literally, that's a story for the second playthrough. With Leon, that I will proceed to soon enough. Don't you worry about that. And at this point in time, as ever, I am wondering whether I should skip the credits or whether I should let them run the calls. I think we're at an end. I don't think there's much left to display. I don't really have much left to remark on either. Unfortunately, after seeing the remake, I can hardly consider this an improvement, but that's the way things are, and that's the way things are supposed to be. If you remake the game and end up with an inferior product, you're doing things wrong. Obviously, you're going to start out with something monumental, like in this case, the original Resident Evil 2, which back in the day, I presume, was quite a marvel. And it is an improvement over the original Resident Evil 1, I'll grant you that much. However, I am not going to be flawed by everything I've seen because I've already seen it in the remake on one hand, and on the other hand, obviously I've seen it done better in the remake. But still, it was a nice little adventure. I've appreciated it a decent bit. I ended up with plenty of spell units of healing, plenty of additional ammo for all these sorts of weapons. I still had ammo for the baseline pistol. I had plenty of shots left in the spark shot and a decent bit of ammo left in the submachine gun. I could have refused to pick up the submachine gun, and I probably would have been able to make it just fine for the boss fight, although I don't know. 22 saves. I think my rank was E or something like that. Pay no heed to that. And the save I make here is for Leon Scenario B. Leon B is 00 Scenario Second. You can play hard scenario. Yes, game, I can play hard scenario. Pat. I certainly can. Well, as I was saying, and as the game has confirmed, that was the easy bit. That was the easy round, alright? I have played through this, fair enough. That was scenario A, and it was meant to be easy. By golly, you can make it even easier. You can play original mode on a lower difficulty level. You can play arrange mode, so-called arrange mode. Get even more stuff. You can do all sorts of things. You can do whatever you want, if you want to do it. What I do want, however, is a challenge. A bigger challenge, and that's presumably going to be Leon's Scenario B in Resident Evil 2, the original. But that is indeed a story for another time. Thank you all so much for watching so far, and you will see me elsewhere.